Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It has happened. Oh, hey. Supreme Court Justice Nweze don't die. Oh, wetin killer go shock you. He died at 64. And this man, he get important part to play. Oh, everybody don dey wonder say oga o wetin happen, wetin kill you. 64, so he's still a young man. 64 years, he's still a young man. Nweze don die o, in case you know am, but the most important thing be say na wetin kill am na e dey surprise everybody. Wetin happen to am, wetin kill Nweze na be the main matter, na be say dey shock everybody as me and you dey here so. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. You get to understand and know exactly wetin dey happen. Nweze has died. It's not that death does not have a particular age. Anyway, newborn baby die. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 17, anyone. Na God dey give person long life. Now Nweze don die, so but the most important thing na wetin kill am na chief Supreme Court Chief Justice. So may we get all the details. May you understand exactly wetin dey happen. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Thank you. Supreme Court Justice Nweze dies at 64. What took his life? Rather very shocking. It was gathered that Justice Nweze died on Sunday at 64 years of age. However, the Supreme Court is yet to confirm his death at the time of the filing of this report. Recall that Justice Nweze had, in a dissenting judgment on 2020, declared Emeka Ihedema of the People Democratic Party (PDP) winner of the 2019 governorship election in Imo State. He was also the justice among the panel who refused People Democratic Party Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's request to inspect the Independent National Electoral Commission server while challenging President Muhammadu Buhari's victory then in 2019. Justice Nweze, a native of Obole Odome local government area of Enugu State, was born on September 25th, 1958. In 2014, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration approved the recommendation of the National Justice Council (NJC) to appoint Nweze to a Supreme Court justice. Until his death, nobody knows exactly what has happened because he was not ill or found not to be of good health. However, this is causing a lot of stir as Nigerians are wondering what really happened to him. Justice Nweze is a high-placed Supreme Court justice that is expected to meet and to respect the act of justice. He has presided over many cases and given decisions that have affected a lot of lives. That of Emeka in Imo State was one of them until it was overturned by another set of justice who sat and looked at the issue and said Hope was the governor. The issue has continued to trade, and many people are wondering what happened to the Supreme Court justice. Nigerians are still in awe that he has died with no clear understanding of what really happened to him. We are still waiting for confirmation from the Supreme Court Council to tell us what happened to the Supreme Court justice who has served Nigeria from a very long time since it's still his dynasty. So, my lovely, wonderful people, this is what is happening. Supreme Court justice don't go. Hey, now wow, wetin happen now we don't know. But we dey wait, me they tell us exactly wetin don't go on since, because we can see all that is happening. And Nigerians, it is time for us to understand that this country belongs to every single one of us, and we all need to make sure that nobody is taken unaware, because we need to rise up and allow this country to move forward. There is urgent need for every single one of us to ensure that we are serving this nation to the very, very, to the best of our ability, because the nation is beyond one man. At the end of the day, every one of us at some point, everybody has a date. The same, you have a date you were born. Everybody have a date they will go. Nobody stays here forever. Nobody. In fact, after you have stayed 120, 30 years, you begin to beg God that it is time. You begin to remind Him that has He not seen that you have spent your time? That is because there is time for everything. This Supreme Court justice has really presided over, a lot of issues in Nigeria, that has affected and shaped our democratic system. When it was time for election, when he had to give review, he has stood and he has spoken in terms of issues that have affected the people, especially the people of Imo State. Former Vice President Alhaji Atiku at some point, and much more. So these are people who have served in one capacity or the other. But today, when the roll is called up yonder, when it's time for everyone to go, you cannot fight it. You cannot say, no, I'm too young, or I'm still a child. There's no child in it. And when it is time, it is time. So Supreme Court Justice Naido go, and we are waiting for the Supreme Court Council to confirm and to tell us exactly what happened. Was he ill? Did he go for treatment? Was it an accident? Was it that he slept and did not wake up? What exactly happened? Could he have been assassinated? We don't know exactly. All these are theories and speculations, that possibilities that could be lurking around and what really happened to him. So every single one of us are watching and looking forward to understanding what happened to one of these Supreme Court justices. Now, you may not understand the implication of such highly placed justice going. The truth of the matter is, when a child is born, that child needs direction. That child needs somebody to guidance. Okay? Otherwise, you make so many mistakes that you ought not to make. And so, the Supreme Court justice going is one of such things that, will affect the judiciary system in terms of its position, ensuring that, they train and become role models to other younger lawyers that may be coming on board. So it is very important that we cannot overemphasize it. It is important. This is why, people, when a society is depleted of elders, those that have been there, that understand the rudiment of how things are done, it is not a very good start unless you have trained people. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.